Something that I hear a lot when I talk to people, or I counsel people, or I even mentor certain individuals is, how can I be the best version of myself? And the only way you can be the best version of yourself is if you put time in and you identify your weaknesses. I think the hardest thing for us to do is identify our weaknesses. Because when we identify our weaknesses, we have to look ourselves in the mirror and make adjustments, make changes. It's easy to acknowledge your strengths. We all have strengths. We all have things that we're good at. We all have things that we don't struggle at, whether it be professionally, whether it be in relationships, whether it be in our personalities, so on and so forth. But the hard thing to do is identify your weaknesses, but also understand that you have a weakness is the first step. And until you acknowledge your weaknesses, you'll never reach your full potential, right? So your weakness could be confidence. Your weakness could be discipline. Your weakness could be having self-awareness. It could be forgiveness. And when I mean forgiveness, I mean forgiving yourself for things that you have done in your life. So you have to identify your weaknesses in order to become the best version of you. And that takes time. That takes being humble. It takes looking yourself in the mirror and saying, hey, what areas of my life do I need to work on? What areas of my life do I need to improve? And again, it doesn't happen overnight. But when you get the power to tell yourself what your weaknesses are, then you gain strength. So whatever that looks like for you, acknowledge your weaknesses. Acknowledge your struggles. We all have a struggle. We all have things that we need to work on. The day you don't have a struggle is the day that you do not need to be here. Because every day, even when you get past one hurdle, there's going to be another hurdle until you reach the finish line. And you're not going to reach the finish line until God calls you home. So with every hurdle comes a new challenge, but with every hurdle also comes growth. And I don't know about you, I want to grow in my life. I want to be the best version of myself. I want to reach my full potential. And for the longest time, I can just speak to me, I got comfortable. Even as a pastor, even as a person, I got comfortable and complacent with where I was, and I didn't push myself to be a better version of myself. And what I learned was, as I stayed stagnant, I stopped growing. And because I stopped growing, it affected so many other areas of my life. So push yourself to be great, man. Stop staying still. Get out that comfort zone. Get out that box you put yourself in, and understand that if God has called you to a destination, you have to put the work in to get there. He's not going to teleport you to that destination, but you got to put the work in. I got to put the work in to reach our full potential. And so many people don't reach their full potential, again, because they don't have enough self-awareness to identify their weaknesses and want to change. So I challenge you today to want better for yourself, want growth, want change, but most importantly, look yourself in the mirror and become more self-aware. The more self-aware you are, the more power you have.